Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura and today it's super gloomy out and I figured what better thing to do than rock a really bold eye look and film my Those Eyeshadows update. So this is update 4. So I have some big news on some things. So first I'm just going to show you the color story that we were working with and then I'll get into like the big news. So this is the color story we were working with this month. Very, very plum toned, very, very cohesive. Do I like these kinds of shades? Not really, if I'm being quite honest with you. I have some exciting news, some not really exciting news, and I do have some new items in my collection, as well as I've decluttered some items in my collection. So my numbers are going to be a little different than they have been in previous videos. I want to just say as you guys know, I depotted, if you saw my last update to the Those Eyeshadows, you know that I depotted my 35M Boss Mood palette by Morphe. It was just so huge and I was like kind of over having that giant thing on my desk, especially if I'm only going to pick 1 or 2 shades. I've eliminated a lot of that palette out of my collection. I've also depotted my Morphe James Charles palette and I've gotten rid of I think 10 shades. Let's just get into the updates. So my numbers are changed a little bit. Oh, and then Haley sent me 2 palettes, as you would have seen from my makeup swap kind of video with Haley. So I'm going to go down the arm. I kind of swatched them in the order that they are on my spreadsheet. And if I look down, I am going to have my list of usages on my phone. I have it, no spoilers, but I have it here. So the first one is this Power Slayer shade from the 35M Boss Mood palette, and I really was struggling with this shade, and I really thought that I was never going to hit pan on it. It's such a dark purple. It actually looks a little bit more brown on the eye, which is nice. So I used this 14 times this month. I used this 14 times this month, a total of 27 times. So I hit pan. I did not expect to hit pan. It kind of snuck up and surprised me. And I used it like 2-3 more times after I hit pan to kind of expand it a little bit. The weird thing is my other shade that was in my James Charles palette that I hit pan last month, the 518, the orange shade, also took 27 times. So I'm thinking maybe right around the 30 mark is where Morphe mattes hit for me personally. The next shade, it's not super exciting, but it's exciting in the fact that I get to roll it out, is my Bare Minerals loose shadow in Velvet Mauve. It's a loose shadow, and my rule with loose shadows are I get to use them 20 times and then move them out. I feel like that is a fair number that would roughly be right around when I would hit pan in shadows. Plus it's allowing me to get a lot of use out of my loose shadow collection, which goes wildly unutilized in the grand scheme of my makeup. And then everything else is just updates, so I really have no new shades to roll in, but I do get to roll in 2 shades. The next shade, Snake Eyes, which is this guy here. This is ColourPop Snake Eyes. I used this one 7 times. I used that one 7 times for a total of 7 times this month. I rolled it in last update, so I didn't expect to hit pan so soon. I've never really hit pan on a ColourPop shadow. This is what we're looking like now. So you can see there is definitely a dip over here, but no pan yet. I think maybe if I really focus on this, I can probably hit pan for next update. So 7 times, and I got a pretty decent dip. I don't know if I like using my finger to apply it more or a brush to apply it more. So I will continue to just play around with this and see what I can do. But yeah, it looks like someone just like stuck their finger on that side, which is crazy. The next shade on my list and the next shade on my arm is this guy here. This is another one from the Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette. That shade in particular is called Sweet Beets, which I feel like is a very, very fitting name. I use this one 16 times. I am using this in my eye look today. I am using this shade today. It's like right here and in the lower lash line, just on the very upper portion of the crease. I don't have pan yet. I've used this one 16 times this month for a total of 16 times. I rolled it in last month and we're making progress. There is a little dip. I don't know if you'll be able to see No, probably not. There is a little tiny bit of a dip that I can see like in person, but I don't think it's going to translate on camera. 16 times, hopefully by like the 30 mark, I will be able to hit pan on this. I think when this is done, I am going to declutter the shade. I don't know how I really feel about it, but time will tell. I don't have too many shades like this in my collection. I just really don't gravitate towards them, so I kind of don't have any. So it would be unique in my collection in that sense, but I don't know if I like this enough to keep it. So that is staying as well. And then the last shade, I have 2 more shades. I picked 6 shades. The next shade comes from my Kaleidos Futurism 3 Astro Pink palette, and it is this guy here. So another tone that I love apparently. I am wearing this on the eye today. It's on the very lower portion of my crease and then blended out with Sweet Beets. I really wanted to highlight these shades. So the shade that I'm working on is this shade here. It's called Nebula. I've only used this one 4 times, so I'm not really expecting a whole lot of dip in it quite yet. And if I'm honest, there is no dip in it. You don't need a whole lot of this product to get a very impactful application of this. So I have a feeling that this is going to be in for quite some time. I might make a rule. Actually, you know, I am going to do it because I kind of talked about it last time and I don't want to discourage myself, and the whole goal is to hit pans in my collection. But I want to give them a good college try. So that being said, I am going to do a rule where if I use a shade, let's say 40 times, so double what I do for my loose shadows. If I use a shade 40 times and there's no pan, I'm giving myself the ability to roll it out. So I don't know if that's going to upset you guys or what, but I mean, it's my project. I'm the one that's doing it. I'm the one that's suffering through these kind of shades. So we're going to do a 40 usage roll or goal, and then I can roll it out if I seem to choose. If not, if I notice that the dip is getting large after those 40 times, I might keep it in, which is usually what's going to happen because I'm a determined lady. The next shade I have is from my 𝓛𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 Camel palette. It's the shade that you might not even be able to see. Right there. Very like skin toned satin color. It is in the shade Dune. The nice thing about those 𝓛𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 palettes is they are magnetic. I can keep it housed with all of my other loose shadows that I'm working on. So this is Dune right here. As you can see, there's no pan yet, but I don't know if you'll be able to see. There is a little bit of a dip over here. Yeah, like right there. You can totally see that. I fluctuate by using a small brush or like my pinky to pick this up. I only use that one 4 times as well. It's not like my all-time favorite shade to wear, but it makes a pretty decent inner corner highlight when I'm doing like a more bronzy kind of look, which I don't do too often, which is why that one's kind of going underutilized. So now is the fun part. I get to roll in some shades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my screen recorder on, just start recording. I have 465 eligible shades. I am super bad at taking looks, like pictures of my eyeshadow looks. If you want to see them, they're usually posted on my Instagram somehow. I'm going to the Pretty Random app and I'm typing in numbers 1 to 460. Oh gosh, not that. 465. Was that the number? Yes. So I have 1 to 465 and randomize. We have shade 392 and 383. So those could very well be from the same palette. I am going to go look at what those are and I will be right back with the shades. I've grabbed the palettes because it is 2 separate palettes, and I figured I don't know the shades out of them yet. I just know the palettes. So, well, and the shade name because I wrote the shade name down, but I haven't actually looked into the palette to see the shades. But I know that I'm going to have a very neutral month. So the first shade, 383, comes from my Going Coconuts palette. I've only used this like twice, so I'm actually kind of excited to use this. So I got the shade Lovely Bunch. Where are you? Oh, okay. So Lovely Bunch, maybe I should hold it the right way. is this shade here. So it will be just a super easy transition shade. The only bad thing about pulling these kinds of shades is it is going to hinder some of the progress in my Mission 100% cruelty free, but that's fine. I like the fact that I pulled something from these ColourPop palette, or this ColourPop palette, because it's magnetic and I can just keep it tucked in this instead of having like 5 or 6 different palettes out. So the first shade was Lovely Bunch from Going Coconuts. The next shade is 392. And that comes from, again, ColourPop, my Bare Necessities palette. And I'm going to be shamefully honest with you, I have not used this yet. Josh got me this for Valentine's Day, along with the Going Coconuts palette also. But this one I have not used. And I'm actually kind of excited. So the shade that I got was Hot. I think I swatched this yesterday, actually. It is, if it's the, oh, it is not the one that I was expecting. So I got Hot, which is this shade down here. I think it's just a matte with like shimmer in it. So don't know why I didn't swatch the other one for you guys, sorry. I'm gonna just do that right now. Oh, these are gonna be so easy to use. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay. So those two shades there are what I rolled in. So Lovely Bunch is over here, and then Hot is over here. So I am going to swatch all of the shades together and then show you what my color story is looking like. Here is the color story we are working with now, and I'm not too mad at it. I think, so where is it? Snake Eyes over here would actually pair really, really well with those kinds of shades there. I don't gravitate towards neutral looks too much anymore because I like to play with a lot of color, but I have a feeling if I go back to work eventually, ideally this month or something, I would get a lot of use out of these kinds of shades. But I'm excited to get playing with this. I'm happy about my shade selection, and I can't wait to just continue working on this project. All right, well, I hope you guys are staying safe, staying sane, staying healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!